All right, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect 10 podcast. I am one half of your host, Jacob Erdy. Alongside me, as you already know, Daniel Dees.
That's right.
And yeah, this episode, as always, brought to you by Boot Crew Media.
Yep. And like this podcast, what we're doing today, these actors don't miss.
They don't miss.
We don't miss.
Right.
Every episode brings it.
So yeah, that's why all I do is win. Actors that don't miss. Yeah,
I know.
Kind of flowed right in there. But anyway, yeah. Do you have any? Trivia question. Now this one, this is one of the better trivia questions I've had in a while.
All right.
Because it's not just a random number guess for one.
Mm-hmm.
Though it is, who is the top grossing actor of all time? There's no way you're going to get this right.
Can you give me, is he alive?
Yes. Now, this was from, hold on, let me see something real quick. This was from September 15th of this year. So not that long ago. But there's one there, but there's no way they jumped several spots. So
I'm thinking.
That should have been a little hint right there.
They're active?
Yes.
I'm going to go.
What in the world? Where'd they go? Dude, what?
I got the gears are turning. I'm going to go.
It's all right. I guarantee you it's pretty much everybody on this list is older people than what I was expecting.
Okay. I know it's me, an older gentleman.
Okay. There you go.
I'm going to go Samuel L. Jackson.
He is number 2.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
I was doing like Marvel movies.
He was just recently dethroned by somebody from a Marvel movie.
Oh, shit. Robert Downey Jr.?
He is number 7.
See, I'm in the top 10. So I
let's see. I think Robert Downey Jr. was number 7.
Hold on. Chris Pratt, because he has the Jurassic.
He's not in it at all.
Oh, shit.
Well, not in the top 10. Yeah, Downey was 7. There's one obvious one, but he's not the number 1. TC.
Yeah. Who?
Harrison Ford.
Oh shit. Okay. I believe it. He's not in the Marvel movies.
Oh wait. Okay. Well then
he's going to be in a Marvel movie. That news broke like a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. All right.
But yeah,
he has the Star Wars.
Right. Yes. I mean, that's just kind of.
See, I felt like it was Samuel.
And what Fugitive?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah, he had such big movies.
Yeah.
And this page just won't load up. But yeah, it was right before. I mean, just recently, Harrison Ford overtook Samuel. But see, like when I think Samuel L. Jackson, though, I can't think of that many movies he was in.
Samuel L.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
Well, I mean, like
Juice. That's a good one.
What?
Deep Blue Sea.
Okay.
A shark ate me. The motherfucking shark ate me.
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
But like these are all like parody type roles.
And they work. They're huge box office hits.
Right.
And he's in the Tarantino movies, Django.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, true.
Hateful Eight.
But he's
Pulp.
Like he never seemed, I can't remember anywhere he was like the other than what dude, what him and John Travolta.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
I just said it. That's the only one I can think of where he's like the main guy.
But he wasn't even really main.
He was like one of the top.
Hateful Eight. He was the main character.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wait, Hateful Eight took place in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Well, I mean, it was literally.
It was him and Kurt Russell.
That had to be it had to be the easiest like stage setting of all time. It's just one room there in the entire movie.
I love that kind of movie.
Oh yeah, you like when you just like dialogue.
I love dialogue during movies.
So yeah, Harrison Ford, dude. I have 100 honorable mentions for this actors that don't miss. I hate this list. Like
it was hard to put together.
It's hard to put it in order.
My number 1 is a very unconventional pick. And when you look at his IMDb or Wikipedia page and look at his filmography, you're like, all right, this dude.
Same.
Bangers. Banger after banger after banger.
It's an unconventional number 1 pick for actors.
Actually, my top 3 are very unconventional.
Just my number 1.
Oh, my 3, 2, 1 is very unconventional. But like I said, bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers.
So anyway, you want to save our honorables before our ones?
We can do that.
We just got to remember to do it because I literally have like 20.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess I'll save my super mention for then as well. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, you know, one thing we haven't said in a while, and I feel like y'all have been forgetting it. Y'all go hit that 5 stars.
Yeah.
Come on, people. We just had a little boost in listeners.
So all you new listeners,
go hit the 5. You can also rate the pod on Spotify now, so do that as well.
Please.
All you people that have been listening on Spotify that weren't able to rate it, now you can. You know, and I think we're 100% 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That is. We're batting 1,000.
So yeah, anyway, trivia question. All right, dude, let's dive in this junk, bro.
All right, my number 10. I got Chadwick Boseman.
Okay,
he played Jackie Robinson. He was Vontae Mack in Draft Day. He's Black Panther.
Didn't he just die?
Yeah, he just died.
Okay, yeah, he had cancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. homie. But he, like, every movie he's been in where he's one of the main characters has been great. The Five Bloods, that movie was awesome if you haven't seen it.
I don't know that I've ever seen. I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to think of a movie. Yeah, no, I mean, I recognize the guy, but I'm trying to think of a movie that I watched with him in it. Because I'm thinking of
21 Bridges.
No, I'm thinking of another guy that looks a lot like him. In a movie I just watched the other day.
He was James Brown in Get On Up.
Oh, what about in Hurt Locker? That wasn't him. Who was the like, co-main character? He looks a lot like him.
I don't know who you're talking about.
In Hurt Locker? I just watched that the other day. I mean, decent movie. That was your number 10 spot?
That was my number 10, Chadwick Boseman. Number 9 came on the scene late.
I'm thinking of Anthony Mackie. They don't even look that much alike.
No.
I just in my brain, you know, I was piecing them together.
Yeah. 9, I got Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Came on the scene late. His rookie years, as I like to call them, like the first half of his career, hot garbage, I will admit. But as soon as he made that resurgence in 2009, he's been in some great shit.
Tropic Thunder?
Well, Tropic Thunder, Iron Man, all the Marvel movies.
Iron Man. Oh, yeah. Iron Man was his comeback, right? Pretty much.
But the best role he's done since his comeback is a movie called The Judge with him and Robert Duvall.
Okay.
Highly recommend that movie. That movie's just good.
Yeah, so my list, dude, is so hit and miss. Like, I tried as best as I could for my, like, higher top picks. Not only have a lot of really good movies, but their part in the whole movie be a main part as well. Yeah. Like some of them, the well is not as deep, but there's such a good character in the movies that they belong in there. And some of them have a ton of movies that are all pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was so hard to put the list in the correct order.
Yeah.
But that was
my number 9. My number 8, I got Tom Hanks.
Okay. I had him in the honorables.
Okay. I respect it.
Just because
his hits outweigh his, I wouldn't say misses, because if he missed, he wouldn't be on the list. I don't want to even call him misses.
I guess like, if it was like 10 years ago, he would have been in my, he would probably would have been in my top 10. Just he was more relevant. I mean,
his recent stuff I even like.
Wait, what has he been in recently?
Oh, shit.
All I could think of is, I mean, like Castaway, classic.
Castaway, he barely talked, but he was awesome.
Forrest Gump, obviously.
Oh, hell yeah.
One of the GOATs.
Saving Private Ryan.
One of the GOATs.
He was the Colonel from Elvis.
He was in a bunch of movies with Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe versus the Volcano, all-time classic.
He was Mr. Rogers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has
Toy Story. I mean, come on.
Right. You just kind of forget because he's not physically in it.
He's in the Da Vinci Code movies. Those are all.
Have not seen those.
It's a fun movie. It's like, if you like National Treasure, you would love this. I think it's better than that. It's better than National Treasure. It's more of a cohesive plot.
Gotcha. All right, so that was your 10, 9, 8?
That's my 10, 9,
8. All right, so my number 10 spot. I mean, he could have been anywhere in this list, honestly. I got George Clooney. I feel like you're going to hate on that pick.
That was my honorables. I love George. I love the Clooney.
Yeah. I mean, all the Oceans.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, Brother, Dusk Till Dawn.
Even his chick flicks, Up in the Air.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's
a very underrated rom-com guy.
Yeah. I mean, just in general, like anything that Clooney's in, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So that was my 10 spot. My number 9 spot. Again, This one could have been way higher in the list. It could have been off the list. A lot of people like to hate on this dude just because he's like so nonchalantly good looking. I got Brad Pitt.
We'll get there.
Okay. All right.
I'm glad you have him ranked.
I mean, Brad Pitt.
I was to be honest, when I was making this list, I was ready. As soon as I put him, I was like, me and Jake are probably going to argue about this pick.
No, I thought you would hate on that pick.
No, I love Brad Pitt.
Okay, same. I mean,
I'm a Brad guy.
All right, so we're gonna get back to it. All right, my number 8 spot. Real wacky character. One of those characters that very difficult for many people to play, and he nails it every single time. I got Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Mostly because he's in one of the greatest movies of all time.
The Mask.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
He is in my honorables.
And his well is so deep.
He has range.
Yeah.
The only reason I put him in the honorable because I thought about that movie 13 or 31, whatever.
23.
23. That movie was ass.
No, that movie is good, dude.
That movie is cheeks.
Nah, bro. You just got to watch it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liar, Liar, Ace Ventura. I mean, he's got a very deep, and I mean, I guess he had a hand. What was it? The Truman Show. He had a decent amount of range, mostly comedy, but so that was my 10, 9, 8.
All right, my number is 7. I got Sam Rockwell. He's one of my overall favorite actors, but the fact that he's not the leading guy in a lot of those movies holds him back. But he's just awesome in everything he's in.
I'm trying to think. Sam Rockwell.
This cat. He was one of the guards in
He looks a lot like Ed Norton,
but better actor.
Yeah, see,
Green Mile. Like my favorite role.
I never
one of my
would have
favorite
guessed this
acting
dude.
roles ever was his role in Seven Psychopaths. You ever seen that one?
No.
Oh,
I've seen seven, but not Seven Psychopaths.
Oh, yes, he's Seven Psychopaths. That's it's one of those movies. It's like a dark comedy. It was meant like a lot of parts you feel bad for laughing, but it's great.
Okay. I mean, I enjoy that.
Oh, yeah, that's all. That's right up your alley then.
Dude, this is way off. I went back and watched 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag not too long ago.
It's in that range.
That movie is terrible.
I mean, it's better than that.
I remember
8 Heads in a Duffel Bag. That's a fun movie. I like it.
I remember, like in my head, I remember that movie being great, and then I went back and watched. Like again, I've said this 1,000 times on the pod. I'm going back and watching all the classics. I got a list. I watched Key Largo last night.
Didn't see that.
Humphrey Bogart. I watched Casablanca not long ago. Great movie.
I've not seen that since high school because I was trying to get into the classics.
Right.
So I just binge watch everything on Turner Classic Movies. I remember liking it.
Yeah. So, but like I've been watching, and I have a whole at the bottom of the list. I grade it at the very end. I grade the movie, put it down in the bottom, and I put them in order. And there's so many classics that just aren't like. I remember the movie Raising Arizona in my head. That's a great classic, and I rewatched it. Not that good of a movie.
It was good in the 90s. It belonged in the 90s.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
It's one of those.
Just
movies.
Doesn't hold up.
That'd be a good list. Movies that belong in their decade.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have a deep enough perspective. We can only go back so far.
All right, movies that did not age well.
Okay, I like that. I already got a good one in my head. But yeah, so dude, Sam Rockwell did not see that coming. That was your 7th spot.
That was my 7. One of my top 3 actors of all time.
Interesting. Okay.
Number 6, Brad.
The Pitt Man?
Pitt.
Yeah, I mean 7, the Oceans. Just he has so many good movies and he plays so many roles. Like he's just so good of an actor. Looks effortless.
And Moneyball. Oh my God, that's one of the best performances ever.
Yeah.
Did he win an Oscar for that? If not, he should have.
I don't know.
I loved his role as Billy Bean.
He was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
kind
awesome.
of a strange character.
Yeah, he was based on Gene LaBelle. R.I.P. Homie just passed away.
Okay.
If you don't know the story of Gene LaBelle, please do yourself the favor and Google him.
Okay.
He was like the stunt man of all stunt mans.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he made Steven Seagal shit himself. That's the true story.
Interesting.
Only person who denies it is Steven Seagal, but everybody on the movie said yes. Yeah, Steven Seagal shit himself.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah.
So that was your 7-6?
That's my 7-6.
My number 7 spot. I feel like we're about to start overlapping a bunch.
Okay, that's fine.
So
That means you got good taste.
my 7. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see how deep this well would run.
Oh my God. If you say who I'm fixing, who's down in my list, I'm gonna be very happy.
I got Heath Ledger.
Oh no, I don't have him.
Dude, Heath Ledger. So again, I went back and watched A Knight's Tale the other day.
Very underrated movie. Probably the most underrated movie of all time.
Like,
even though people even say, hey, this is a very underrated movie, I still don't think it gets enough love.
it's great. Like, I mean, sure, it's a little up and down.
It has its campiness.
But overall, great movie. And I mean, obviously, his role as Joker, and then you go back to clearly The Patriot.
Mm-hmm. You hate that movie.
No, just the movie is overrated, but he plays his role well.
Let the record show Jake thinks America is overrated.
No, the movie.
No,
the movie.
The movie is America, so therefore.
But anyway, Heath Ledger, like I said, he played every role I've ever seen him in basically perfectly. So, just not missing, you know. And all the movies he's in are good. He's got a bunch of chick flicks from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He was a heartthrob.
10 Things I Hate About You. He was the only good thing about that movie.
So Heath Ledger in the 7th spot. If only we could see how deep the well would have run.
Yep. But I got somebody who tapped out early.
RIP to the homie. My number 6 spot, probably my favorite actor. But again, not as many movies in the Rolodex. So just didn't quite. It's kind of criminal. The next pick or two I have above this guy, being that this is like pretty much my favorite actor. I got Christian Bale.
He's in the honorables.
In the 6th spot. I mean, American Psycho, obviously, we've referenced it on the spot 1,000 times. Batman, yes.
Great method actor, even though I hate method acting.
Was it The Illusionist? Or no, The Prestige? I forget. The Machinist, I believe. Is that the one where he lost
all that weight?
Lost like 140 pounds or something crazy?
Yeah.
The Big Short.
He was phenomenal in The Big Short. That's one of my overall. That's like a movie I watched in like the past year and a half for the first time. One of my top favorite movies ever.
It's fun to watch whenever the economy's going well.
But when it crashes,
right now it's got a very similar feel to The Big Short.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen The Big Short, go watch it
and read the book.
And
the book pisses you off more than the movie.
Get your affairs in order.
Yeah, please read the book because, like I said, like I just literally said, the book will piss you off more than the movie.
Interesting. Okay. But yeah, what is American Gangster? I believe he either gained a ton of weight or wore a fat suit. I think he actually gained all that weight.
Yeah, he was also Dick Cheney in Vice.
Oh yeah,
that movie. Sam Rockwell was George W. Bush in Vice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6th spot, Christian Bale.
All right.
We still got to get that American Psycho poster hanging up in the background.
We did. Number 5. You will probably hate on this pick, but
you're not going to see my number 5 pick coming at all.
I got Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I'm glad you don't hate it.
I know. I mean, he's in some, like, again, he's in some movies that are just all timers.
Yeah. Interstellar, Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. Other than it's weird because he's some like old dude hollering at high school chicks. Strange.
But we know a guy like that when we got out of high school.
And he plays that character well.
When you were like a junior, senior, you know that guy. When you got out of high school, you knew that guy too.
Right. But
like the guy who came back for homecoming, walked on the field, like just walked on the sidelines. No one said he could be on the sidelines.
Right. But yeah, I mean, he's in so many great movies. And freaking what's the one where he got AIDS? Not actual AIDS, obviously.
But Dallas Buyers Club.
Yes, that role was wild.
Lincoln Lawyer, also awesome.
But yeah, no, I agree. That was your 5.
That was my 5. Number 4, Leo.
Your number 4?
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, close.
We're gonna get back to it.
Thank God.
I mean, Leo. All right. So my number 5 spot, you may think it's very unorthodox, but
like I said, my 3, 2, 1, very unorthodox as well.
Talk about, I mean, quite a Rolodex here.
The way you describe it, I have a feeling who it is.
It's a comedy actor.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And he's known for being funnier when he's fat.
Got to be Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, dude. Jonah Hill.
He's
I like the Jump Streets, Super Bad, Wolf of Wall Street.
Super Bad. I still laugh at that movie. That's
Super Bad is great.
Yeah, like Super Bad and Dumb and Dumber are those comedies for me. I still laugh when I watch it.
War Dogs, Moneyball. This is the end. I forgot
about War Dogs.
This is the end. Don't Look Up. Accepted.
Yeah, he was asked me about my wiener.
Yeah, dude. Accepted. I have to go watch that again. Get him to the Greek. Knocked Up. I mean, the dude.
He was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Django.
He was great in everything.
He was in Django for 2 seconds and he's hilarious.
He killed it. Like, we can appreciate the bags. We thought we know. Let's just
we can all agree that the bags was a good idea.
But for now, let's just pass it over.
But dude, I mean, there's so I forget he was in Strange Wilderness. Dude, so many good movies, bro. So that's why I got him in the 5 spot, dude. Jonah Hill just straight up does not miss. He is funny in everything he does. So that's my 5 spot. My number 4 spot. I feel like this one's bound to get some heat, but again, you can't argue with the amount of great movies he's had.
Okay.
I got Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Didn't think of him, to be honest.
In the 4 spot. He's got like 30 box office hits, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he was like the ultimate action star of all time.
Yeah. But I wouldn't put him in my top 10 just because we haven't seen him in like serious enough roles.
Well, I mean,
it's hard to take him.
He saved the world in Terminator 2, dude.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah, he you know, and Predator as well, dude. That's a serious role.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously a bunch of goofers. I mean, dude, he acted as if he was a twin with Danny DeVito. This man can act. He acted as if he was pregnant in a movie.
Prophetic. Dudes are getting pregnant now.
But yeah, so Arnold Schwarzenegger, sure, very, you wouldn't think that, but when you go back and look at all of his movies, you can't argue the dude doesn't miss.
Okay. I mean,
even
I say that he hasn't been in serious enough movies, but that's a good segue. My number 3. My number 3 has never been in a serious movie.
Okay.
Wait, that was your 4?
That was my 4. Yeah. Well, I think we're about to get back to what you're about to say, I think.
All right. My number 3. He tapped out early, but all his movies were comedy and they were all bangers after banger after banger after banger.
Oh, wait. So he's not with us anymore?
Not with us anymore.
I don't know.
Farley.
Oh, Chris Farley. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he only had like 8 movies though, but they are all bangers. Dude, that's still one of the most slept on is Beverly Hills Ninja.
I love Beverly Hills Ninja.
Dude, I do too. Yeah, I say it all the time.
When he takes off his shoes before he goes in everywhere and he gets robbed, that's great comedy.
No, I like anytime somebody like is like mix something up, I'll hit him with you got to rethink your inks. And like nobody knows where that reference is from. And I don't know why it always, because like when
what was it?
You got to rethink your inks.
Rethink your inks?
Yeah, because he was trying to act as if he had the plates or whatever, or like knew what he was looking at because he was stealing the mint plates for printing money.
Yeah, the counterfeit plates.
And he comes out with like straight up orange money. He's like, looks like we got to rethink your inks here, like because he has no idea what he's doing.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's such a throwaway line. Use it all the time.
All right.
But yeah, Chris Farley though.
Chris Farley, number 3.
I did not think of that, but just because again,
you think that came out of left field? Just wait to my number 1.
But I'm saying like Beverly Hills Ninja, dude, Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, I can't think of more than like maybe 8, maybe 5 movies if I really, but all good.
Yeah, they're all great. Black Sheep, Tommy Boy.
He seemed like one of those that didn't have that
Almost Heroes.
He didn't have that run where like most actors have about 7 movies that nobody's ever heard of. Then they get popular, have a good run, and then like at the end have about 4 more that nobody's ever
like
heard
all
of.
his movies, when he jumped on the scene, everybody knew who Chris Farley was.
Right. So that was your 3?
That was my 3.
My number 3, obviously, I got Tom Cruise. I mean, wait, come on, dude. Have you looked at TC's recently?
I'm thinking about like his 80s and 90s shtick.
Okay. I mean, what are you talking about? What
Like
was it?
Magnolia.
What is it? Bart? What? No, Jerry Maguire. Great.
Jerry Maguire was great.
Rain Man. Great. Last Samurai. Great. Cocktail. Decent.
Didn't like Cocktail. Didn't like
Tropic Thunder. All the Mission Impossibles.
Risky Business. Did not like Risky Business.
Jack Reacher. A Few Good Men.
Didn't like Jack Reacher.
A Few Good Men's classic. Minority Report.
Never finished it. Never finished A Few Good Men.
What? Minority Report. Sure, if you go back to the 80s, you're gonna have some misses, bro. Was he in what, Vanilla Sky or whatever?
Yeah, I hated Vanilla Sky.
I don't remember. I just remember seeing was he in Face Off? No. No, Vanilla Sky might be the one that I was thinking of. The one that was pretty trash. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Risky Business, all the MIs. He was in The Mummy. Oh, different.
that was the
different
remake.
Mummy. Different Mummy. And obviously Top Gun Maverick. Dude, I watched. You've seen Top Gun Maverick, huh? The new one.
No, I have not. I heard it's great.
You should.
I heard it's very good.
Definitely go back and watch the original one.
The original one's decent.
If it's been a long time since you've seen it, watch it again. If you remember most of it, you don't have to go back and watch it again, but it's worth just knocking out both.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't want to do that. So in my 3 spot, TC.
Okay.
And I mean, you could go strictly just Last Samurai and Tropic Thunder, you know?
Yeah. All right, my number 2. I feel like he is your 2 or 1. If you don't rank him,
Is it a comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be my number 1.
I got Bill Murray.
No.
Oh, really?
What? Bill Murray?
Bill Murray don't miss?
Dude.
What has he missed in?
Oh, come on.
Even Coffee and Cigarettes, movie everybody fucking hates. I love him in that
I don't
movie.
even know what that is.
It's that rom-com with him and Scarlett Johansson.
Do not know. I mean,
Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou gets hate. I love him in it.
never heard of that. Dude, I could think of 4 movies that he's
Lost
even
in Translation.
Okay, I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen
Great
it.
movie.
Obviously, Groundhog's Day is your thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ghostbusters. Okay.
Zombieland.
I don't think I've ever seen Zombieland. I hear it's really good.
I don't think you'd like it.
Well, obviously Caddyshack, clearly. But yeah, I mean, I can only think of like 4 movies he's even in. There was that one where he was the old neighbor.
What?
I just remember he's sitting there.
Yeah. With
The
he's
little
like
kid.
little kid. My dad loves it. I think it's St. Joseph or something like that.
Maybe so.
Something like that. But I liked it. And
Um,
I hate Melissa McCarthy in it. I think that's who the lady was.
Yeah, I don't know. That's wild that he's in your 2 spot, though. Not nearly a deep enough well to have.
I
Not
think he
missed.
can't miss. If you see a Bill Murray movie coming out, you'll be like, I got to see it.
Nah, he's too old now.
You hater.
Uh,
Then you're definitely going to hate my number 1 pick.
my number 1.
But when
my number 2.
all right.
Obviously, you had him criminally low. I got Leonardo DiCaprio.
4 ain't criminally low.
Fair.
And the vast well of actors, someone being at number 4 and 2, that's very similar.
Leo was my automatic lock number 1 until I went back and
He was my number 1 too.
and compared the well between my 2 and my 1. Because Leo, he had a few one-offs in the mix there. Not really no big miss that I can think of. You've seen Don't Look Up, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
Don't Look Up.
Very strange role for him.
Probably one of the best movies that came out recently.
Yeah.
That didn't get enough attention or love. But I feel like down the road, it's going to be one of those movies where people just start watching again down the road and be like, oh, this movie's awesome.
Yeah, because also it was like we're living in a simulation. Not long ago, they found some asteroid with enough gold to make everybody on Earth a billionaire. It's like exactly Don't Look Up. It's the exact same, premise. But anyway, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2 spot, dude. Like, even saying it, I should have put him in the 1.
But you didn't.
Basically, considering where my 2 to 1 is about to go, people are gonna be like, this dude's an idiot. Why would you have these 2 in that order?
Okay.
But anyway, all right.
My number 1.
Wait. Honorables.
Oh, honorables. I got honorables and I got a dishonorable.
I don't think I did a dishonorable.
When I tell you my dishonorable, you're gonna understand why I did it. All right. George Clooney, Gary Oldman, Matt Damon, Jim Carrey, Steve Carell, and Christian Bale are my honorables.
Okay, that's it.
And my dishonorable, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, okay. All right. I should have seen that coming. Blaine, that was just for you.
If David Blaine's listening, Fuck Daniel Day-Lewis.
Fair. Okay.
Fuck him.
All right, so my honorables. It's really a mile long here. I got Keanu Reeves, Bradley Cooper, Ed Norton, Denzel Washington, Anthony Hopkins, Sylvester Stallone. Stallone was real close to staying in my top 10.
Who, Sly?
Yeah. Tom Hanks, Will Smith, Ashton Kutcher, Zach Galifianakis, Robin Williams, Jamie Foxx, Johnny Depp, Seth Rogen, Tommy Lee Jones, Paul Rudd, Gerard Butler, Andy Samberg, James Franco, Liam Neeson, and Ryan Gosling.
Okay. Ryan Gosling, that's a very good honorable mention. That's a very good honorable mention. He was
the last one out of my top 10.
Like, he was one of my favorite parts of The Big Short.
Yeah.
He played a very good douchebag.
He's just always, he has, and Ryan Reynolds, I really wanted to put in my top 10 as well, but just didn't quite make it in. Super mention, I got Humphrey Bogart, just because he kind of like, he's one of those old school cats, like he was the guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, whenever you're even describing like genres or eras, you say like, oh, I'm gonna go back and watch all the Humphrey Bogart movies. Like it exists in its own, you know, like as it like different directors, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna go back and watch all of like the Coen brothers movies, you know.
Yeah. Or
something like that. Like you just go back, oh, I'm gonna go back through all of Humphrey Bogart movies. Like he just kind of exists on his own. So I got him as a super.
All right.
My
number one, you're gonna hate the pick. But as soon as I say the pick, go look at his movies. I got Dan Aykroyd.
Okay. I mean,
Dan Aykroyd don't miss. His roles in he's been in some
Coneheads.
Coneheads fucking I'm not a Conehead guy, but he's awesome in Coneheads.
Great Outdoors.
Great
Outdoors. That's what I'm thinking of.
He was the dumbass in Caddyshack 2.
See Caddyshack 2.
Oh, dude. Caddyshack 2 sucks, but he's hilarious in it because he asked Chevy Chase to suck his ass because he thought he got bit by a snake.
Well, now that you say that, I might have seen that. I don't know.
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay.
Don't watch it. Even his supporting roles, like in 50 First Dates, Chuck and Larry, Tommy Boy. He like.
Oh yeah, I make car parts for the American working man.
You do a very good Dan Aykroyd. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, okay, I mean, I got you, but there just aren't enough.
There's a lot. Pick a random Dan Aykroyd movie, go see his performance in it, and you're like, all right, he's tight.
I mean, I got like my number one is got about 20 up there, dude. But yeah, I mean, I got you. He is in a lot of great movies, but I just don't think of him when I think of like somebody that's just tearing it up every single time.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't been in nothing in a long time though, huh? Trying to think. Tommy Boy might be his most recent.
No, Dan Aykroyd. He was the dad in 50 First Dates.
Was he?
Yeah. No, he was the doctor. My bad.
I do not remember that.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So my number one, let's see.
Most recently, he was in the remake of Ghostbusters.
Let's see.
Pixels, he was supporting. He's in a lot of Adam Sandler roles.
I got you. See, now I didn't go back and look at all these specifically.
Oh, in The Campaign, he was like one of the mega donors.
The Campaign?
Yeah, with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. Criminally underrated comedy. That movie's fucking hilarious.
While you're at it, perfect segue. Obvious number one.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
I did not think of him. As soon as I said The Campaign, I was like, how did I fucking miss it?
Anchorman, Elf,
you know
Step
what?
Brothers, Talladega Nights, The Other Guys, Get Hard, Old School, Blades of Glory.
He doesn't miss.
Night of the Roxbury.
Doesn't miss.
Zoolander, Semi-Pro.
That is the ultimate.
The Campaign, Stranger Than Fiction, Kicking and Screaming. I guess.
I concede. This is the first time I'll concede that you nailed it.
Apparently, he was in the Austin Powers movies. I don't even remember that. But
he was.
Apparently, he was in.
He was the guy who wore the Fez hat.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, he was the park ranger.
The Ladies Man. The Goods, Starsky and Hutch. Dude, he's in a million great movies.
And he's the same character in almost every single movie.
And he's great every single time.
I concede. You went. Like, that was the perfect number one pick. That was probably the best number one pick in the history of the show.
Dude, Will Ferrell, like, whenever you think like, so like, again, when we first said actors that don't miss, automatic number one, Leo. Boom, easy.
I can't believe I overlooked Will Ferrell. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, that's like me forgetting about Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, that's the same realm. That is definitely the same realm.
But I mean, Will Ferrell is in like 20 or more great movies.
Again, this is probably the best number one in the history of the show.
Okay, I'll take it.
I mean,
he just, I mean,
he don't miss.
In any movie,
he's buckets every single movie.
Any movie that's coming out that has Will Ferrell, it's like, I'm gonna watch that. He's like the only person that 100%, if a movie comes out with him in it, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Damn, I can't believe I missed that.
You'll bounce back.
I'll bounce back, especially on the vegetables episode coming Thursday.
Yeah. But yes, I had Will Ferrell in the one spot, dude.
Let's do it.
So rundowns. Hit him with your 10-1, dog.
All right. Number 10, I've got Chadwick Boseman, 9, Robert Downey Jr., 8, Tom Hanks, 7, Sam Rockwell, 6, Brad Pitt, 5, Matthew McConaughey, 4, Leo, 3, Chris Farley, 2, Bill Murray, and 1, Dan Aykroyd.
All right, my number 10, George Clooney, 9, Brad Pitt, 8, Jim Carrey, 7, Heath Ledger, 6, Christian Bale, 5, Jonah Hill, 4, Arnold Schwarzenegger, 3, Tom Cruise, 2, Leonardo DiCaprio, and number 1, Will Ferrell. Yeah, so, hey, actors that don't miss, you can go watch any of those people's movies. So Thursday, yes, we gave y'all fruits not too long ago. Might as well bounce right on back and give you veggies.
Yep.
Now in vegetables, we've described. Well, I'll wait till the beginning of next episode to lay out the guidelines.
All right.
Did you come up with a good trivia question for?
Not at all.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So till then, peace out.
Peace. Good.